I photograph love for a living. Weddings, engagements, vow renewals. I capture the moment someone's eyes fill with tears because they've found their person. I frame forever in a single shot. The irony? I stopped believing in forever 2 years ago. My name is Lena. I'm 26, and I'm a wedding photographer who can't even look at couples without feeling like something inside me is broken. But I'm good at my job. Really good. Good enough that I got hired to photograph a destination wedding in Santorini, Greece. White buildings, blue domes, sunset over the Aegean Sea. Every photographer's dream. Except this wedding is my nightmare. Because the bride's maid of honor? She's married to my ex-girlfriend. I didn't know when I took the job. I just saw a luxury Santorini wedding and triple my usual rate and said yes before I could think. By the time I saw the wedding party list, I'd already signed the contract, booked my flight, and told everyone this was my big break. So here I am, standing on a terrace overlooking the caldera, watching the rehearsal dinner unfold like a romantic movie I can't escape. The bride is radiant. The groom can't stop smiling. And there, laughing with a glass of wine, wearing a sage green dress that makes her look annoyingly perfect, is Emma, who married my ex-girlfriend, Claire, 6 months ago. I haven't seen Claire in 2 years. We ended things badly. She said I was too much, that I felt everything too deeply, that she needed someone more grounded. Someone like Emma, apparently. I ducked behind a pillar, camera hanging uselessly around my neck. I was supposed to be capturing candid moments, but all I could think about was how I'd managed to book the one wedding in the entire world that would destroy me.
You're doing it wrong.
I jumped, nearly dropping my camera. I turned and found myself face to face with the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen. She was tall, olive skin glowing in the golden hour light, dark hair pulled back in an effortless way. She wore a cream linen suit, and her eyes were the exact color of the Aegean Sea behind her. Striking, impossible to look away from. "Excuse me?" I managed. "Hiding," she said, her accent Greek, but her English perfect. "You're doing it wrong. If you're going to cry at a wedding, you should at least do it somewhere with a better view." My face burned. "I'm not crying." She raised one eyebrow, and I realized my cheeks were wet. Traitor tears. "I'm Sofia," she said gently, extending her hand. "I'm coordinating this chaos. And you're Lena, the photographer who's been taking pictures of napkins for the last 20 minutes instead of people." I shook her hand, and her grip was warm, steady. "The napkins are very photogenic." She laughed. It was a real laugh, not polite, and something in my chest loosened slightly. "Come with me," Sofia said, still holding my hand. Before I could protest, she was pulling me away from the terrace, down a stone path I hadn't noticed before. "You can't work like this. And I can't have my photographer falling apart before the actual wedding." "I am fine." I lied. "You're photographing your ex's wedding party," Sofia said, not breaking stride. "I saw your face when you spotted the maid of honor. I know that look. I've worn it myself." We stopped at a secluded spot overlooking the sea. The sun was setting, painting everything in shades of orange and pink. It was painfully beautiful. "How did you, small island, smaller wedding industry?" I asked around. Sofia turned to face me, and in the fading light, she looked almost unreal. "So here's what's going to happen. Tonight, after this dinner, I'm going to show you the Santorini nobody photographs. The real island. Secret spots, no tourists, no happy couples. Just you, me, and something beautiful that isn't a wedding. Deal?" I should have said no. I should have stayed professional, kept my distance, done my job. But I was so tired of doing what I should do. "Why?" I asked. Sofia smiled, and it made my heart do something it hadn't done in 2 years. "Because you look like you need an escape plan. And I happen to be very good at those." I met Sofia at midnight outside my hotel. She was leaning against a vintage Vespa, helmet in hand, looking like she'd stepped out of a magazine about impossibly cool women. "Ever been on one of these?" she asked.
No. Good.
"Hold on tight." She handed me the second helmet, and when I climbed on behind her, I had to wrap my arms around her waist. She was warm and solid. The Vespa roared to life, and we shot off into the night. Sofia wasn't lying about the secret spots. We drove away from the tourist areas, down winding roads that seemed to exist only in moonlight. She took me to a tiny church perched on a cliff, painted blue and white, with nothing around it but stars and sea. Then to a beach with black sand that glittered like it was made of crushed diamonds. Then to a taverna so small it didn't have a name, just a grandmother who kissed Sofia on both cheeks and brought us wine and bread without asking. "You come here often?" I asked, watching Sofia charm the grandmother in rapid Greek. "When I need to remember why I stayed," Sofia said, pouring us both wine. "Santorini is beautiful, but it's also full of other people's happiness. Sometimes that's hard." We sat there for hours, talking about everything except weddings. Sofia told me about studying hospitality in Athens, about coming home to help her family's business, about the boy she was supposed to marry who turned out to prefer her brother. I told her about art school, about falling in love with photography, about Claire. She said I felt too much. I heard myself say, the wine had made me honest. Like being emotional was a character flaw. Sofia leaned forward, her eyes serious. "The best photographers feel everything. That's not a flaw. That's your gift." When Sofia dropped me off at my hotel at 3 a.m., she didn't drive away immediately. "Tomorrow's going to be hard," she said. "The wedding. Seeing her." "I know. But you're going to be brilliant. And if you need to hide behind another pillar, find me. I'll hide with you." I laughed despite myself. "You're supposed to be coordinating the wedding, not hiding from it. I'm very good at multitasking." She smiled, and then she was gone. The wedding was as beautiful as I'd feared. Claire looked happy. Actually happy. Emma made her laugh during the vows, and I captured it perfectly. I made it through the ceremony. I made it through the couple's portraits. I even made it through most of the reception. But then they played the first dance song, and it was the same song Claire and I used to sing in the car together, back when I thought we were forever. I put my camera down carefully on a table and walked away. Not ran. Walking was professional. Walking didn't attract attention. I found myself on an empty balcony overlooking the sea, gripping the railings so hard my knuckles turned white. "I had a feeling I'd find you here." Sofia stepped out onto the balcony, carrying 2 glasses of champagne. She handed me one without asking if I wanted it. "I'm fine," I said automatically. "Lena." She said my name like it meant something. "You don't have to be fine. Not with me." And just like that, I wasn't. I started crying, really crying for the first time since Claire left. Not pretty tears. Ugly, gasping sobs. Sofia didn't tell me to stop. She didn't offer meaningless comfort. She just pulled me into her arms and let me fall apart. I don't know how long we stood there. Long enough that my tears soaked her designer blazer. Long enough that the sun started setting again, painting the sky in those impossible colors. When I finally pulled back, mortified, Sofia kept her hands on my shoulders. "Better?" "I just ruined your jacket. I have others." She wiped a tear from my cheek with her thumb, the gesture so gentle it almost started me crying again. "You know what I think." "What?" "I think you've been photographing love for so long. You forgot you deserve to be in the frame, too." I stared at her. "Sofia, I know this is complicated. I know you just ended a 2-year emotional drought by sobbing on a wedding planner you met yesterday. But I need you to know something." My heart was hammering. "What?" "When I saw you yesterday, hiding behind that pillar, looking like your heart was breaking, I didn't just want to help you. I wanted to know you. Really know you. And last night, showing you my island, that wasn't just me being nice to a sad photographer." "Then what was it?" I whispered. "It was me being selfish. wanting more time with someone who sees beauty in everything. Someone who feels deeply instead of pretending not to feel at all. She stepped closer. Someone I haven't been able to stop thinking about for the last 24 hours. I couldn't breathe,
Couldn't think.
could only feel the warmth of her hands, the intensity of her gaze, the way my entire body was leaning toward her. I leave in 2 days, I said, but it came out more like a question. I know, this is a terrible idea. Probably. I'm not ready for this. For anything. I'm still. Sophia put her finger gently against my lips. Then don't be ready. Don't overthink it. Just stay in this moment with me. And before I could list all the reasons this was reckless and wrong and too soon, Sophia leaned in slowly, giving me every chance to pull away. I didn't pull away. Her lips met mine, and it was nothing like kissing Claire. This was sunlight and sea salt and something wild I'd forgotten existed. This was Sophia's hand cupping my face like I was precious. This was me kissing her back like I was drowning and she was air. When we broke apart, both breathing hard, Sophia rested her forehead against mine. Still think it's a terrible idea? She murmured. I laughed, shaky and breathless. The worst.
Good.
She kissed me again, softer this time. I'd hate to be the only one making catastrophically bad decisions. We heard applause from inside. The first dance ending, the party continuing. My job wasn't done. Sophia's coordination duties weren't finished. But neither of us moved. I should go back, I said, not moving. You should, Sophia agreed. Also not moving. People will notice I'm gone. They definitely will. Sophia? Yes. Thank you. For seeing me. For last night. For this. She pulled back just enough to look at me properly, her thumb tracing my jawline. Lena, I'm going to tell you something, and I need you to believe me. Okay. Your ex was an idiot. Anyone who made you feel like loving deeply was wrong, they were the problem, not you. Her eyes were fierce. You're not too much. You're exactly enough. And for the first time in 2 years, I started to believe it. I went back inside. I picked up my camera. And for the first time in 2 years, I photographed a wedding and actually saw the love in it, not just the loss. The reception ended near midnight. I was packing up my equipment when I heard footsteps behind me. Lena. I turned. Claire stood there, still in her bridesmaid dress, looking uncertain. Hey, I said, and I was surprised to find I meant it kindly. I saw you leave earlier, during the first dance. Claire twisted her hands together. That was our song.
I'm sorry.
I didn't think. It's okay, I interrupted. And I meant that too. Really? It's okay. Claire studied my face like she was looking for the hurt she expected to find. You seemed different. Good different. I thought about Sophia's hands in my hair, her lips on mine, the way she'd looked at me like I was art worth capturing. I think I'm finally figuring some things out, I said. I never meant to hurt you, Claire said quietly. When I said you were too much, I think I really meant I wasn't enough. I couldn't match your passion, your emotion. It scared me. But standing there, looking at my ex-girlfriend who'd married someone else, I just felt peaceful. I hope you're happy, I said. Really? Claire smiled, tears in her eyes. I am. And Lena? I hope you find someone who isn't scared of how much you feel. Someone who loves that about you. I thought about a Greek wedding planner with sea-colored eyes who'd called my emotions a gift. I think I might have, I whispered. After Claire left, I found Sophia directing the cleanup crew, somehow still elegant despite the chaos. She saw me and her entire face lit up. All done, she asked. All done. I hesitated. Sophia, I leave tomorrow. Her smile faded slightly. I know. And I live in Seattle. You live here. This is impossible, she offered. Complicated. Sophia stepped closer, taking my hand. What if it doesn't have to be? What do you mean? I mean, what if you didn't leave? She said it quickly, like she'd been holding it in. Or, what if you left, but came back? Santorini needs photographers. Good ones. And She paused. I need you to know this isn't just a vacation romance for me.
I don't kiss people like that. I don't feel like this.
My heart was racing. Sofia, we've known each other for 3 days. I know. It's crazy.
It's too fast.
I kissed her. Right there, with the cleanup crew watching, with the wedding venue still glowing with string lights. When I pulled back, Sofia was smiling that smile that made my camera hand itch. So, is that a yes? She asked. It's a maybe, I said. It's a let's see. It's a I'm terrified, but I want to try. I'll take it. That was 6 months ago. I'm writing this from Sofia's apartment in OIA. Our apartment now, technically. The one with the blue door and bougainvillea climbing the walls and a view of the caldera that I still can't believe is real. I photograph weddings here now, but I also photograph the real Santorini. The one Sofia showed me that first night. Fishermen at dawn, grandmothers making bread, cats sleeping on sun-warmed stone. Sofia still coordinates weddings. I still hide behind pillars sometimes when it gets overwhelming. And she still finds me, every single time. Last week, she asked me what I wanted for our future. I told her I wanted to photograph our own wedding someday. On a cliff, at sunset, with only the people who really matter. She said, "Is that a proposal?" I said, "It's a maybe. It's a let's see. It's a I'm terrified, but I want to try." She kissed me and said, "I'll take it." This morning, I photographed a wedding where the couple cried during their vows. Real, ugly, happy tears. And I didn't feel broken watching it. I felt grateful. Because I learned something in Santorini that I want to share with you. Sometimes the thing you think will destroy you becomes the thing that saves you. Sometimes you have to photograph 100 love stories before you're ready to step into your own frame. And sometimes the person who teaches you to stop hiding is standing right in front of you, offering an escape plan that turns into coming home. Love isn't about being ready. It's about being brave enough to feel, even when feeling hurts. Especially then. Sofia just walked in with coffee and kissed my temple. She asked what I'm writing. I told her, our story. She smiled. Make sure you mention I'm very good at escape plans.
So here it is.
My escape plan that became my forever. If this story made you feel something, like and subscribe.